My name is Ryan Burba. I teach at downtown Magnets High School in Los Angeles, California. I've been teaching for 12 years, and I teach AP US History, United States History, as well as IB International Baccalaureate History. So we've been remote teaching now roughly for, I would say, about 6 to 7 weeks. March 13th, I believe, was the first day that we went remote. I think the most important thing is just really being flexible with our students. Some of our students have went ahead and also taken the role of being an adult, whether that's working a part-time job to kind of help ends meet. If a family member was laid off. Uh, Other students are also going ahead and just serving as the role of teacher to their younger siblings. So with this in mind, we've been very flexible. I've been doing a lot of Zoom sessions and also uploading lessons online on YouTube. With my Zoom sessions, I've been kind of doing about 3 to 4 sessions, sometimes a day. That way, kids could kind of select which time slot works best for them if they got other things going on in their personal lives. I think the ones that have been hit the most are the kids that were struggling prior to going on remote learning. So, for example, kids that might not necessarily be the strongest readers. Something that's been very successful is I've actually went ahead and read every chapter of our textbook, sometimes 60 to 70 pages a week, and uploaded online on YouTube and just given kids commentary and strategies navigating through the text to make sure that they get a good understanding of it. What I miss most about being in the classroom is just that personal experience that you get with every kid. I miss being able to greet them as they walk in my class, whether it's asking them how basketball practice is going or if it's about which boba place or coffee shop they enjoy going to over the weekend. And you don't necessarily get that with Zoom sessions. With online learning, I've tried to go ahead and integrate that. We'll spend the first 10 to 20 minutes of our Zoom sessions kind of just catching up, what Netflix shows are watching, what new hobbies have they taken. A lot of kids have given me recommendations for recipes that they've done with their family. Sometimes my dog will make a cameo appearance. My wife and I, we've created some rap songs together for the kids just to give that personal touch and personal experience that we miss uh, from not being in school. It's definitely not the same, though. My main concern with transitioning to online learning was just the amount of inequity that exists, not only in our district, but as well as just across the nation in regards to students having access to technology. And I'm very proud of the way that my school, as well as the district, kind of handled the situation. I remember the day that we found out that school would be closed down. We spent a good second half of that day just ensuring that the kids that needed laptops would be able to get that laptops. I remember a week or so later, um, our district announces that they're going to do everything in their power to ensure that kids have proper internet access to be able to access programs such as Schoology, um, and just some of the online platforms that we've been using. It's unfortunate that it takes the pandemic to kind of bring the issues of inequity in of education in the forefront. Um, but I am very proud of the way that our district and several other districts have handled it, and I hope that this discussion can continue in the future in terms of ensuring that some of these gaps are closed. I've actually feel like that I've become a better educator during this time of remote learning, and it's because you can't get through this pandemic alone. I'm constantly reaching out to my coworkers, texting them, just on best practices and ideas. But also, we're always checking up on each other just to make sure that we're emotionally and mentally sane with all the curveballs that we've been thrown, whether it's working with new forms of technology or just changes when it comes down to AP testing. Um, the Facebook, social media, the AP US history and world history Facebook pages have been filled with some of the brightest minds, I'd say, in the world. We've been kind of just bouncing off ideas and best practices. So I think that those resources have really made me a stronger teacher. But also just finding ways to be creative and personalize education because I think it's those relationships that kids really miss the most. So whether it's creating rap songs and learning new editing tools, audio and video for my kids, and making those songs relevant to history, or whether it's just integrating my wife and also my two dogs into my lessons, just so kids kind of just get that personal experience and that personal touch that they miss in the classroom. I think that those are some ways that have really made me become a stronger educator. A major change that I think that's been brought about with remote learning is that A lot of parents and just I'd say just people in general have kind of just shown a greater appreciation for us that we can't be replaced necessarily by technology. And that's seen through some of the comments and letters I've gotten from students. So here's a few of them. Thank you, Mr. Berba, for the letter that you sent us. It really means a lot, and I miss having your class. And thank you always for helping us with certain issues that we have. Also, thank you for keeping us posted on everything with the AP class. And I enjoy having a moment of the day where I can be with people, even though it is remote. Hello, Mr. Berba. I know you sent this to all the APUS students, but I want to thank you. This is very thoughtful of you, and not every teacher is as present as you are for us during this time. It's really nice sometimes to know that we are doing good, and I thank your methods of learning. They are very helpful and clear, so thank you for that. A few of my students have actually commented on my wife's and I, our rap video that we created for them. And these are some of the comments that they put on the video that really shows their appreciation. This lifts my spirits. We need a new album. So cute. Kind of cried. This is what we needed. Ashley B going off as well. Ashley's my wife. Couple goals. Was I think one of the things that they appreciated was being able to see my wife and I together creating a song. It kind of added that personal touch, that personal experience that they miss out when we're remote. Okay, little Burb, I see you. That's my rap name. This is so cute. We need a music video of this. Encore, encore, little Burb in the house. Biggest fan since day one. You guys are so cute. I dig the beat. I hope you're doing well. Keep vibing. While my kids are strong academics, what really makes them stand out is their sense of character. In fact, I could speak for each and every one of them that while they're great students, and I'm very confident they're going to be successful in the future, what really makes them stand out is their personality, that they are all better people than they actually are students, and they're pretty good students, and that's what makes them stand out. My message to them is just keep doing what you're doing. Have that grit. We'll get through this. But more importantly, don't forget who you are. Don't forget your sense of identity, because you're you, and that's what makes you special. I miss them, and I look forward to when all this kind of just goes by, and hopefully we can all be together soon. So I decided to create a rap for my students just to evaluate their understanding of the Great Depression and World War II. And several students actually brought up, hey, Mr. Berba, there's a lot of parallels that they noticed between back then and now. So I decided to implement that into my rap song and see if they could tie in vocab words that they need to know with the lyrics, and as well as tied into today. Some of their favorite lyrics went like this. Imagination making, Congress legislation, employment that we're chasing, plus World War II we're facing. Fast forward today, let's rework the conversation. Factories closed, working from home, unemployment high, you're not alone. Work around the clock, nurses need a day off, virus so bad, students need to take off. So they enjoyed it, and they were able to tie in a lot of the terms that they need to know to attest into the song. But what I think they loved most about it was it provided that personal touch. My wife, who's a great singer-songwriter, she sang in it as well. And that's what they appreciated the most, is that they got to know me at a more personal level. And you could see that with a lot of the comments they put on YouTube. We had a great time with it.